MI5 lied to courts to protect violent neo-Nazi spy. A judge-led public inquiry into the Nottingham attacks will take place within weeks, it has been announced. The families of Barnaby Webber, Grace O'Malley Kumar, both 19, and Ian Coates, 65, who were stabbed to death by Valdo Calocane in Nottingham in June 2023, tearfully applauded the news during a meeting at No 10 Downing Street on Wednesday. The families had called for a statutory inquiry in order for witnesses to be compelled to give evidence, which Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said was important so witnesses could answer questions about their actions and their decisions. The relatives of those who died said it was a great day and a watershed moment. The case, which resulted in Calocane being sentenced to a hospital order in January 2024, had previously seen a number of reviews, including a major investigation into the mental health care and treatment he received. Sir Keir told the families of those killed and injured in the attacks an inquiry will take place in a matter of weeks. During Wednesday's meeting, the families were told by the PM a number of different agencies would be scrutinized. The Prime Minister acknowledged it had taken a long time to reach a decision on announcing an inquiry, as he was sitting around the table alongside high-profile ministers such as the Health Secretary, Home Secretary, and Attorney General. A retired judge is due to be appointed in due course, and Sir Keir added, "As soon as that happens, the process will start." Calocane killed Mr. Webber, Ms. O'Malley Kumar, and Mr. Coates before using Mr. Coates' van to drive into 3 pedestrians, Wayne Burkett, Marcin Goronsky, and Sharon Miller, in the city center. He pleaded guilty to 3 counts of manslaughter on the basis of diminished responsibility and 3 counts of attempted murder after being diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia prior to the killings. Following Calocane's sentencing, the families were highly critical of the Police and Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. A subsequent review into the CPS found while prosecutors have been right to accept Calocane's pleas of manslaughter on the basis of diminished responsibility, they could have handled the case better. And in May, a judge ruled that Calocane's sentence was not unduly lenient. A few months later, in August, a review published by the Care Quality Commission, CQC, found a series of errors, omissions, and misjudgments by mental health services. This month, an independent review into the NHS treatment given to Calocane prior to the killings detailed a catalogue of failings. Meanwhile, the Independent Office for Police Conduct, IOPC, is looking into both Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire police involvement. During a meeting, Sir Keir, addressing the families, said, "I want to make sure you are at the heart of this. I know acutely you didn't feel that before, and we will do everything we can to make sure you are at the heart of this. At least now we can begin this stage towards the justice and accountability you so desperately need." The PM promised it would be an ongoing dialogue, and when asked if there was any chance the decision to launch an inquiry could be U-turned, he said, "No." Sir Keir said it would have to be announced and discussed in Parliament, but added, "I don't think there's anybody that will question an inquiry." Home Affairs expert Danny Shaw told the BBC setting up the inquiry will still take time. He told BBC 5 Live, 2 years for the inquiry to conclude sounds about right, although one would have hoped it could be done a bit more quickly than that, given these events were 18 months ago, but that's the timescale for these things. People who are represented have to have lawyers, and that takes time. Procedure has to be gone through. But it's important we don't wait for the conclusions before any changes that have to be made are made. Positive news. Families welcomed the announcement as they spoke to the press outside of No 10. Emma Webber, the mother of Mr. Webber, said the news was a watershed moment. She said, "It's the first bit of positive news we've been able to have for a very, very long time." Sanjoy Kumar, father of Ms. O'Malley Kumar, said the inquiry would have wide-ranging powers that can call witnesses and we can hold people accountable. He added, "As we have always said as families everywhere that Valdo Calocane intersected with the authorities, we were let down. For the nation, it's a great day. We will make sure changes come from our inquiry for the betterment of our country. It makes the land safer for all of us." He said the announcement lifted off the pressure from the families. Miss Coates' son James added, "Today is finally a good reason to come to London to get the promises we were given. It's about the future, it's about protecting the public so they don't have to walk in our shoes."